Hey everyone, my name's Jameson. All right, I'll keep this short and sweet because I know we're in Santa Barbara, which is wine country in its own right. We're going to bring John out in just a moment. What you're tasting tonight is LVE. It's called Legend Vineyard Exclusive, and it is very exclusive. The red that you're tasting is only available on this tour. So those who have been to this party in different cities have tasted it as well, but that's all. So you're kind of in this exclusive wine club already. If you would like to join the wine club, unfortunately we can't sell any wines here, but if you'd like to buy some, there's a little pamphlet inside of your wine totes, and I'm happy to collect those afterwards. But for now, without further ado, here's the man of the hour, John Legend.
Here he goes.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good, thank you.
It's good to have you here. It's good to be back in Santa Barbara. Excited to play at the Bowl tonight. It's gonna be a good night. This will be, I think, our chilliest night of the tour so far. Hope everybody's got their jackets and their blankets. We've been in the South. It was kind of like unbearably hot, and now it's gonna be nice and comfortable. So we're looking forward to tonight. Thanks for being here. Thanks for enjoying our wines with us, and hopefully you enjoy the music as well. Carly?
Hey, welcome to our forest party.
Yes.
So aside from Napa and Sonoma, of course, Santa Barbara is kind of a wine connoisseur of a county in its own right. All these people, I think, know a bit about wines just from talking to you. Can you tell us a little bit about what your interest in wine is and where it came from?
Well, I've always been a fan of wine and a partaker. And I also always thought of wine and associated it with some of my favorite travels, some of my favorite restaurants, and also associated with my music. And I always felt like it went well with my music. And so it felt like a natural thing for me to engage with one of the world's best winemakers and make something together that we could be proud of. So we reached out to Jean-Charles and the team at Raymond and decided to embark on this journey together, and it's been an amazing collaboration. We've worked together to blend the wines. We've worked together to develop the marketing and the art around what we did with the wines. We worked together to think about how the wines worked with the music and the culture that goes around it, and it's been a lot of fun.
Can you tell us about, I know you had a heavy hand in actually creating the wines and the tastes. Can you tell us what your favorite one is?
My favorite, well, I love the new red blend that we have, but the one that's closest to my heart is the Cabernet, because that was the first one I made. And I drink Cabernet more than anything anyway, on a regular basis. So that one's the closest to my heart.
Cool. Well, let's segue into music. Everyone's here excited to see your show. Some have seen it before, some have not. Can you tell us about your new album?
Well, the new album, if you don't have it, I'm sorry. Because there'll be like 7 songs tonight you don't know. But I'm so proud of this new album. It's really a labor of love. Everything that we did was so inspired by my life and what was happening with my family and me having a new daughter on the way. And all of that was really part of the creative process and the inspiration for what we did for the album. Worked with some of the best musicians in the world, recorded it all down in Los Angeles, and we just wanted to make great music, something that was soulful, that was really heartfelt and honest and authentic, and I think we were able to do that.
What can we expect to see as part of the performance tonight?
Well, you're going to see some of the new songs, of course, and I never will do a show with just new songs, though, because I know people have lots of favorites from my entire career, so we always do something from every album. And so you'll hear a little bit of every album tonight. And, you know, I think the band is better than it's ever been. The production, the visuals and everything are better than ever. And I think this is the best tour of my career. So hopefully those of you who have seen it a few times will agree after you've seen this one tonight.
Part of what I love about doing this and talking to everyone before I get to talk to you each night is that I get to speak with everyone and hear about why you are so special to them and your work, and it's really, really touching. Every night is like, brings me to tears almost. You make deep connections with people and their families and the people in their lives, and one of your fans over here just graduated high school. He's off to music school. and he's going to go to UCLA soon. And yeah, congrats.
Congratulations.
And we were kind of talking about what your journey has been like since the beginning of your career and what got you where you are today.
Well, I started out as a kid in Springfield, Ohio. My nephews are here. They're out there. They all live in Springfield. They're visiting me for a week on tour. And we grew up in a very close-knit family. I had a lot of cousins around. My grandfather was our pastor. My grandmother was our church organist. My mother was the choir director. My dad was the deacon and Sunday school teacher and played the drums at church. So a lot of my life revolved around the church and my small community in Springfield. My dad was a factory worker by day. My mother stayed at home with us, and both of them loved music, and they always instilled love for music and love for the arts in us. And so from a very young age I was performing, and I loved it. I loved being in front of a crowd. I loved making music. I loved being creative. And I just kept going. I started piano lessons when I was 4, started singing in the church choir when I was 7, and singing at school and school plays and things like that, talent shows, and through all of that I decided I wanted to be a writer, I wanted to be a singer, I wanted to perform for a living, and I didn't know exactly how it was going to work out. I still went to college. I went to University of Pennsylvania and got a good job after school doing something completely non-music related, but I always believed that music was what I was supposed to be doing, and eventually it worked out. It took me meeting different people along the way. My manager at the time was David Sonnenberg, who had been working with the Black Eyed Peas and the Fugees and other big artists. I met Kanye pretty early on when I moved to New York after college, and I met a few other people along the way that helped me get a record deal, but it still took me quite a while. I started trying to get a record deal in 1998 when I was still in school, and I didn't get one until 2004. So it was a bit of a journey, a bit of a struggle, a bit of a rejection, but I was persistent and kept believing that I could do this, and eventually it came together. And here we are now.
And here we are. We're so glad that you did.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you. Enjoy the night, everybody. Thanks for being here.
All right, everyone. That's the dude. He's amazing, right? So calm and chill, and that's just so truly who he is. So at this point in the night, everyone with a gold wristband, double check what you have on your wrist. And we don't want anyone to miss this. If you have a gold